Gingy. Not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. No. I messed up the buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. If you know that line, then you know exactly what cake I am making today for my few days of Christmas. I'm making Gingy. I'm great at voices, if you can't tell. I pulled out the Rudolph shirt. I lost that Thanksgiving weight. That's something to dance about. I'm gonna make a really cute and simple Gingy cake from Shrek. Everybody loves Gingy. He's so adorable. Poor man was abused. I mean, for goodness sake, he has stitches over his kneecaps. And it's just so sad. Gingy is a survivor, and he doesn't get enough recognition. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to see if you're doing it, if you haven't subscribed yet. And press on the notification bell. Ding! And let's get started. So here is my Gingy template, and I'm going to actually cut off the legs, as painful as it is for me to say. Now this isn't exactly necessary. I didn't know what I was going to do with this, but it also worked in my favor because, as you can see, I had to cut off a chunk of my cake for a different video. So I'm just basically outlining that template onto my layer of cake, and I'm cutting out Gingy. That's his upper half. Now I'm going to do his legs as well. And I made a little cake board out of a cereal box. And you can make whatever size cake you would like. Just resize your template and go from there. I'm going to start by covering Gingy in some vanilla buttercream. And I'm going to use my small slanted spatula just because this is such a small cake. I can really get in between all of the crevices this way. Gingy's been through heartbreak. Have y'all seen the Christmas version? He had his whole gingerbread man, personal pastry chef, make him a mate. And she turned out to be crazy. Not only was she crazy, she multiplied herself times like a few hundred. And then became a stalker. Like, Gingy is life. Gingy is hashtag real life. So once I have a couple coats of frosting on, I'm going to put that in the refrigerator so that the frosting is completely hard. And then I'm going to apply a layer of chocolate frosting. This first layer is pretty much just to get it on there, just to kind of cover the whole cake. And then once I cover Gingy with the chocolate frosting, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and go in with another layer of chocolate frosting. And honestly, you can repeat this step until you've accomplished the look that you want. This was about 3 coats of frosting. At this point, I can add my gumdrop buttons. Gingy has 2 purple gumdrop buttons. And I'm using my template to see where I place them. Now, using a small round piping tip and some vanilla buttercream, I can begin to pipe Gingy's designs. I did use the chocolate buttercream to seal the legs back together, but I wanted to make a little crevice to show that they were once cut off and they're not like completely together. That's so sad, but you know. Now we're going to pipe his leg stitches. Keep in mind that on the right leg, Gingy has 3 stitches, and on the left leg, he has 4. And now I'm going to pipe his stomach. It looks like a C-section scar. I don't know why my head goes to that when I think about that line. I don't know why. You just don't see too many gingerbreads with a random stomach line. But maybe it's his sweater. Oh, it's his shirt. Okay, because he's clearly got sleeves. Alright, I'm sorry, Gingy. So anyway, Gingy is obviously a cookie and he does not have sharp edges. He's so cute. So I'm going to smooth out all of those sharp edges that I did when I put the frosting on. And for me, I love doing that with my hands and just a glove on and allowing for the body heat from my fingers to soften the frosting just enough to smooth it out. I used a light blue fondant and I shaped his eyebrows, and I put that on the template first so that I can have the proper size for the actual cake. And then the same goes for his mouth. He must be wearing that ruby woo. I've always wanted that lipstick, by the way. So I'm going to place that on and shape it with a toothpick. You can make his mouth do whatever you would like. He can look shocked, he could look scared, he could do a frown. But he needs to smile because this is such a cute cake. I've surrounded him with jelly beans and more gumdrops. I wanted to use chocolate frosting and not fondant because it looks more like a gingerbread cookie. It has a little bit of a rough edge to it instead of just smooth fondant perfection. Couture and a Gingy cake. Bye guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. For more Christmas videos, let me know what you would like to see down below. Check out my previous video somewhere around here. The Cakeista comment of the day goes to Love Macarons. On my General Tso's chicken cake, Love Macaron said, "You blew me away with this, friend. Thank you so much for sharing this. I will 100% be making it." That is so exciting. I hope that you do, and when you do, post it in my Cakeista crew group on Facebook. I can't wait to see it. Check out my first Vlogmas. I'm actually going to be filming the second Vlogmas today. For some recipes for this holiday season, check the description below for my other channel, my Marisha Couture channel. Check down below for all of the tools that I used. And also, you guys, you can visit my new Etsy shop where I am now making and selling some of the toppers that you've seen on this channel, as well as a couple cakes. I'm going to expand that, but right now this is what we got. So check that out in the description, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, Cakeistas.